Check this.
Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I don't think that has ever been discussed or whatever in the capacity that I want to talk about it in. And so what I had the idea for was which champions in this game have specific abilities that are unique, right? So it's only abilities that they have that nobody else has, right? You know, it's the AoE decreased defense. Everybody's got it now. Decreased attack, stuff like that. Everybody's got those kind of things. I'm talking about the abilities or passives or what have yous in kits that only the one champion would have. Okay, so I found a list of... I didn't find a list. I made a list of 25 champions that have unique abilities in their kits. And so today we're going to start it off in the Bannerlords, because that's the way we go. We start, the Bannerlords always starts off. And the first champion we're going to look at here is Helior. So if we look at Helior's kit here, his unique ability is his A3. It, the transfer of all debuffs from all allies to a target enemy is kind of unique, but not necessarily. But the uniqueness of his kit is it converts his resistance into additional accuracy when using his skill. So you don't have to build him with any accuracy. You can build him with a ton of resistance, and when he uses this ability here, it turns that into the accuracy. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so the next champion we're going to look at here is the free champion from the Doom Tower Normal Secret Rooms, Archmage Helmet. He's amazing. Definitely worth doing. The uniqueness to his kit is his passive. He's the only champion in the game who's immune to turn meter decreasing effects. That's pretty amazing. So Archmage Helmet can be used a lot in the arena, it can be used a lot anywhere else. He should be pretty much in any one of your teams. So the next champion we're going to look at here is going to be an uncommon. This is amazing. Commander. She's got a really unique ability here in her A2, where she will heal the ally with the lowest HP by 40% of her max HP. Not unique. The unique part is will completely fill the target's turn meter if the ally is fully healed. So essentially you can grant a champion 2 turns in a row. This is pretty cool, especially for an uncommon champion that you can get for free. You can farm her in, I believe, stage 1 of the campaign, marketplace, mystery shards, all that kind of stuff. Really underrated champion, especially if you're hurting for Bannerlords. Okay, so the next champion we're going to go to, we're done with Bannerlords, we're going to go to the High Elves. We're going down to the... Where are we at here? Here we are. The champion I don't have, Thenisil. Thenisil, he's, I don't know if he's one of the legacy champions or not. I haven't been playing that as long to go all the way back to that. But the uniqueness in his kit is his aura. Increases ally resist in dungeons by 70. Oddly enough, this kind of surprised me a little bit. He's the only champion in the game who's got a resistance aura in dungeons. So if you need 70 resistance in dungeons, put Thenisil in the lead. There you go. Alright, I believe that we are done there with the High Elves, the only one there with unique ability. Sacred Order, another kind of, I don't know, was that cheaty? Technicality, whatever. It's the only one that has that in his kit. So the next champion is going to be Lodric Falconheart. Very good champion. He's got the shield on the 2-turn shield, 2-turn cooldown, yada yada. He's also got a unique aura. Is the ally HP in Doom Tower battles by 25%. He's the only champion in the game with an HP aura in Doom Tower battles. Okay. Okay, there you go. And that's what makes Lodric so unique. Alright, next champion we're going to go into the Barbarians. And we go into another champion I do not have, Contra the Cyclone. She is the only champion in this game who can place debuffs on weak hits. Or at least she's the only champion in the game whose kit states that she can place debuffs on weak hits. Amazing, and she's got quite a few debuffs to place, so yes, excellent. Alright, the next one is going to be sort of a technicality, but not really. I mean, I consider it unique. Valkyrie's passive This champion's turn meter will be increased 10% each time an enemy champion places a buff. That's pretty good. And the part that I believe makes it, this is not as essentially unique because Yoshi kind of has the same thing, but enemy champions will have their turn meters decreased by 10% for each buff they receive. So this is why Valkyrie is so good in the arena as a champion that can cut in, because you go to use your Arbiter, increase attack, and boom, there goes all of your turn meters. So this I would consider fairly unique. All right. That's done with the barbarians, and we're into the Ogren tribes. The next champion we're going to look at here is the War Mother, the Big Mama Jamma. She is very, very unique. Anyway, we're looking at bomb champions here. I was thinking about bomb champions and what are bomb champions unique for? Placing bombs, this or that, unresistible. There's a couple that do that. The only champion that does this ability right here instantly detonates all bomb debuffs if the attack is critical. She's the only champion who will detonate instantly all the bombs. There's other champions that lower the cooldowns and stuff like that, but War Mother is the only one who detonates instantly. So that's pretty cool. Not really too useful in the game right now, but pretty cool. Alright, the next one we're going to look at here is Gerptuk Mossbeard. His passive, I believe it is unique in that allies under poison debuffs inflict more damage, stacking up to 30%. So there you go. You get more damage if you have Gerptuk in the team and your team is under poisons. The great thing is that he'll place poisons on you. So I guess this is also unique where he places poisons on himself. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that this right here, his passive is unique. So the next champion we're going to go ahead and look at here is another uncommon champion, Frostkin. He was highlighted in, I saw Hail Hades' video a few months ago about this guy, and this is kind of another reason why I got this inspiration here. He will fully deplete a target ally's turn meter, and then he will heal that ally equal to 50% of the lost turn meter. Okay, I mean, it's unique. I guess if you want to heal somebody, this really comes into play with another champion that's on this list that we'll get to in a couple more champions. We'll get to them. Okay, but this is definitely unique. I don't know any other champion that will fully deplete target's ally's turn meter and then heal that ally by 50% of the turn meter. Also uncommon, so mystery shards, marketplace, stuff like that. Easy way to get them. So the next champion we're going to go into, we're done with Ogren tribes. We're going to go into the Lizardmen, and we're going to look at the one champion that nobody in this game has, but he's got a unique ability in his kit. So that's Ramantu Drake's Blood. Freaking amazing! Look at this guy. This guy's amazing looking champion. All right, so I believe it's his passive. No, his 83 here. All right, he's the only champion in the game here who can block passive skills. He's the only champion who can place block passive skills. So I know that a lot of people are trying desperately hard to get him, and I don't believe that as of yet anybody has him. But block passive skills, hey, nobody else has got it. All right, next champion we're going to go ahead and look at that's the only one Lizardman that I found. Skinwalkers. We're going to look at Skinwalkers. We're looking at War Chief here. War Chief's passive, right, reflects 60% of damage taken back to the attacker. Defense increases by 15% for each dead ally. I don't know if there's another champion that has a passive or even another ability that reflects 60% of damage taken back on the attacker. I guess maybe if reflect damage counts, but I don't consider it to count because this is more of a passive. You don't need an ability to do it. So you want to call it a technicality. I call it technicality, whatever. That's fine. All right, the next champion we're going to look at here is Brachus the Shifter. Now, the uniqueness in his kit is he is the only champion in this game that has a 6-hit ability. Attacks one enemy 6 times. Nobody else in this game's got a 6-hitter. It's unique, and it can hit pretty hard. So that's good. That's cool. All right, the next champion we're going to look at here is in the Orc faction, and we're going to go ahead and look at Iron Brago. Iron Brago. Most of these abilities are passives. But I guess, passives are kind of what make champions unique in general. So Iron Brago's passive is also unique, where he'll increase the defense of all allies by 10% of his own defense, just straight up the top, right? Whatever his defense is at, 5,000, boom, extra 500 defense for all of your champions. Makes a lot of clan boss teams possible. You can build them with less defense, get more damage, stuff like that. So Iron Brago's cool. Also a fusion champion. That's kind of why I have him. That is why I have him, because he was a fusion champion. All right. Next champion we're going to look at is also, and this is where the tie-in for Frostkin comes in, is the rare Ironclad. Now, anybody saw Hill Hades' video, you already knew this. His passive is that when he's healed, he will attack all enemies, inflicting damage proportional to any surplus heal. Damage inflicted is equal to 50% of it. So basically what I believe you do is you destroy his Ironclad's turn meter, heal him while he's already at full health, and then all of that damage just goes out, and it's amazing. Very, very amazing AoE. It's kind of difficult to set up, but hey, it's unique. Very unique. Nobody else has got a passive like this. Okay. Alright, we're done, and that's it for the orcs. Next champion, Demon Spawn. Demon Spawn? Demon Spawn. Anybody in Demon Spawn? I don't have anybody for Demon Spawn. I don't. Nobody here is special. Undead Hordes. First one we're going to look at here is Rotos. Now, I believe it's his passive. Yes. Will decrease damage from enemy hits so that incoming damage from any single hit will not exceed 50% of his max HP. And then it grants an extra turn if this damage reduction occurs, which is cool. I don't know if there's anybody else who can mitigate damage specifically to a certain percentage. I think like this is just 50% of his max HP gone, but no more. So that's cool. Alright, next champion. Battle Khazar. I wish I had him. I do not have him. And then guess what? It's also his passive. All allies inflict 20% more damage against targets under poison. So he works well with Gerptuk. Because he also places poison. So there you go. 2 poison debuffs on all enemies, 2 turns. Allies inflict 20% more damage. There you go. There's Battle Khazar. Alright, we're still moving down. And here's the hot champion as of late. The last couple of weeks have really kind of focused on this champion. If anybody's been paying attention to Clan Boss, it's Corpulent Cadaver. His A1 here inflicts additional damage if this champion is under a shield buff. And the damage is equal to 30% of the value of the shield. Put a massive shield on him and he hits freaking hard. Works really well with one of the other champions on this list here. So, next champion we're going to go ahead and look at here is going to be in the Dark Elves faction. Here we go. Lydia, the Death Siren. Lydia's passive, I believe it is, right? Denies enemy revive attempts. Works even if this champion is dead. Nobody else has got an ability like this to this extent at all. If she's dead when an enemy revive is denied, revives herself. Like, good lord. Lydia Death Siren, definitely worth Faction Wars. Definitely worth the time it takes to do the Faction Wars. Alright, next champion we got here. Looks like I found a newish style champion. I don't know if anybody's got this one yet. Gwyneth. It's crazy. Her A1 is an AoE, but the attack will not trigger counterattacks. That's really cool. Couldn't find another champion that has an ability that doesn't trigger counterattacks. There you go. Very unique. Next champion we got going on here is Night Revs. We just did a fusion for Mother Cybele. Cybele. I don't know. However you want to pronounce her name. She's red. I believe it is, let's see, what did I write down? This one right here. Swaps HP with an ally. I don't know any other champion that swaps HP with an ally. There you go. Doesn't have too much relevance in the game right now, or at least a relevance hasn't been found yet. But it is what it is. I'm sure something will come up where we'll need that ability somewhere. Alright, next champion. Hegemon. Obviously, everybody loves Hegemon. Arena monster, mainly because of his passive. He will always go first. No matter what. You could leave him at 96 speed. He'll go first. And if there's multiples of them, each Hegemon will go first. So 4 Hegemons in the arena. Boom, 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 boom. They'll always go first. You know, it's kind of sick. It's kind of broken, but hey, you know, these are unique champions, and some uniqueness in the game is great, and some of it is, you know, not. So, all right, next champion. I found what I believe Sepulchre Sentinel. Again, it's a passive. Her passive has a 50% chance every turn, always. This is not on a cooldown at all. Completely blocking incoming damage when an ally is attacked. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Has saved my bacon a lot. I used her in Clan Boss a lot before I got Unkillable going. And yeah, so this is really, really cool. I don't know of any other champion that does this without placing a buff, like a block damage buff or something like that. But boom, there you go. Pretty unique to me, I thought. Alright, next faction, Dwarfs. Alright, and the champion that basically started off this entire thought process for me was the Underpriest Barogni. Places your shield on yourself and does that stuff, but the reason why I thought about doing a list like this was because of this. Increases the value of shield buffs on all allies. Who else increases the value of shields? Nobody. So you want to run that Corpulent Cadaver Clan Boss team that does 500 million plus damage? You have to have Underpriest Barogni. You have to have Corpulent Cadaver. Have to. Those are the 2 champions that are have to have, and it's because of their 2 unique abilities. So the unique ability here will increase the value of the shield buffs. Very, very useful everywhere in the game. Literally everywhere in the game. There's not a spot that's not useful for that. Alright. Coming up on the end here. And I got one more champion. That's 24. 25 is going to be from the new faction Shadowkin. And it's Jintoro. Jintoro's A3 here will attack 1 enemy. Yada yada. Okay, seen it all. But will attack 5 times instead of 1 on every 4th use of this skill against the same target in 1 round. Nobody else has got a 5-hitter. And this is very unique. It also hits really hard. So that's the list. There's a couple that other champions that I kind of considered, but they were kind of this or that. You know, was this champion kind of similar to that champion? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And if you have any thoughts on if I missed any champions that you know of that you like, let me know down in the comment section. And this is really fun going through all of this. So I hope you all have a great day. Take care.